Alright, so what do we have here? Basically what we have is an 8-inch tablet. It's got a 1280 by 800 resolution. Not really high, not the highest out there, and I know that, it's okay. But the thing with that is that for the things that you do pretty much every day with a tablet, like browsing the web, reading email, watching YouTube videos and all those things, it works perfectly fine. It's perfectly adequate, so not a big deal there. It has 16 gigabytes of built-in storage. On this particular tablet, if you look over here, on this side, here it is, there's actually a little lip that you can pry open, and that is actually an expansion card slot. So you can actually put a micro SD card there to expand your memory. So that 16 gigs of built-in storage can be a lot larger if you really need it. Again, I don't know what you're going to be keeping on this tablet, so you might not need any more than that. I haven't put a card in there in the couple of weeks that I've been using it. It's been perfectly fine. I have my apps and everything on here. What I like to use it for the most is to consume media. So watching YouTube videos, Hulu, Netflix, HBO Go, all those things. You can see that all those apps are right down here because that's what I use it for the most. And the reason for that is because the screen is fine. It looks, the color reproduction is perfectly adequate. It's actually pretty good. Viewing angles are pretty good on this thing. It's not bad at all. I mean, keep in mind it's $129, so you can't expect the world, but it definitely surprises you with what it does give you for that little bit of money. The best thing about it that I like really is the front-facing speakers.
Alexa, what's on my schedule for today?
Nothing you don't have a job. Remember.
It's got stereo front-firing speakers, and then Lenovo went ahead and added, Dolby Atmos to it, which is, it's supposed to be like a 360-degree surround sound type of thing. I don't know about all that. What I do know is that when using it in real life, like Netflix and YouTube videos, again, Hulu, movies, whatever, you do get a pretty extreme stereo effect. So at least it's really good for that. It's not going to be 360-degree sound out of front-facing speakers. I mean, that's expecting too much. It does sound like that when you have the headphones on, but again, when you're playing the demo, and I don't know, like, why would you just play the demo all day long? That's kind of weird. It's a nice system, and it does have a few options here you can adjust. So movies, music, games, voice, so you can pick, you know, depending on what it is that you're using the tablet for, then you have all these adjustments you can do here. Then you have your custom adjustment where you can actually take the EQ and adjust it to your liking. Regardless, what really matters is that on day-to-day use, when you're watching movies or something like that, it works really well. Okay, so one of the other things I really like using this tablet for was to play games. I was playing the new Angry Birds 2 on it. And as you can see, that runs really well. I also play Riptide GP2 with the settings almost all the way up, or the graphical settings almost all the way up. And it ran really smoothly and it was great. I had no problems with it whatsoever. There's one setting that if you try to adjust it to the max, it actually crashes the app every time. And I'll show you that right now. So if you go to settings here, and then graphics. So you see how that's all the way to the highest. You go to advanced settings though. Everything is in high res, everything is all set. See how we have the scene complexity to ultra, that's the highest it goes. The shader complexity here is in medium. If you go to put it higher than that, it crashes the app every time. But when you don't do that, it runs perfect, and you don't really need that, it runs great. And I'll show you guys how it looks like right here. The other game that I've been playing, and I can't stop playing, is this Fallout Shelter. Seriously, don't play this game, you'll be addicted.
Man, I got these cheeseburgers, man.
So again, as you can see, it runs very smooth, no hiccups, no problems, anything at all. It's great. Okay, so one thing not to do with the tablet, and that's not just with this tablet, this is just with tablets in general. Just cut it out, seriously, people. It does have some cameras built in. It's got a 5 megapixel camera right there. And then it's got a 2 megapixel camera in the front. Front one's okay because you're going to use it for video chatting. Perfectly fine. Cut that out. It's embarrassing. Other things I like to do with this tablet, I mean, seriously, and like I said, it's really good for like day-to-day things. There you go, that'll flip over. And let's open something like this Yahoo app. I haven't opened it yet, so it's going to load fresh right now. And it's not the fastest, right? But it's perfectly workable. It's perfectly fine. I have no problem waiting for that, a couple of seconds there for it to load. I mean, just clicking on something, see it takes a second to actually load. It's okay, though. I mean, I think that's perfectly adequate. It loads everything pretty well. And again, the resolution is just fine. I can see everything just fine. I can't really see pixels in between, so that's not a big deal, and I like it. I think it works perfectly fine. Here's where you have a little bit of trouble, and it's not really trouble. It's more just because of the fact that, well, it's only got 1 gig of RAM built in, so when you open your multitasker and you go to switch between things, like if I want to go back to, I don't know, YouTube here, it takes a second. You see, I have to like reload everything again. It can't actually keep a lot of things running in the background because of the lack of RAM that it has. Let's see, we'll go back to Chrome here. See, it actually has to reload the page again when you do it. It's not that big a deal. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not a huge deal, really. I mean, I can deal with that. And again, for the price, why not? You can't really complain. Oh, another thing that they did, which is really neat. So this is running Android 5.0, and it has a light skin on top of it that Lenovo did. And if you go to the settings here, you'll see one of the things that they added, which I think is really neat, is this automatic on-off feature. So you can actually have it, see, schedule power on and off, it says right here. You can set the time that you want it to shut off and turn back on. So I have it set for like shut off at 1 in the morning and it turns back on at 6 a.m. I think that's awesome because I'm not going to use it during that time, so it's saving battery. And as far as battery life is concerned with this thing, I consistently get about 2 days of really heavy usage with it. I don't see any reason why you couldn't get 4 or 5 days of light, normal usage out of the thing. So the battery life is fantastic. All in all, I think it's a really great tablet. Lenovo did a great job with it. And for the price, again, you're getting a lot of tablet. The front-facing stereo speakers are fantastic. Again, it's quick enough, it's fast enough, it does all the things that you need it to do. Just as long as you don't try to multitask too much with it, it should be fine. But watching movies, playing games, browsing Facebook and Yahoo and things like that, no problem at all. So for $129, man, I definitely recommend this tablet. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also check out my new website, techforeverydaypeople.com. That's where you see all the updates of everything that I can come up with as far as technology, things that I find on the web, news, reviews, and all that stuff right on there. So check it out, techforeverydaypeople.com. See you guys in the next video.